You know your open chords, maybe a few bar chords, but when it comes to playing all over the neck, you get stuck. But what if I told you that just 3 notes could unlock the entire fretboard? Stick around and I'll show you how to use triads like a pro, without memorizing tons of theory. So what are triads? Triads are the building blocks of most music, including big guitar hooks. Ask yourself if the intro sounded familiar. So why do we have to know triads? Well, for one thing, these shapes are great for coming up with parts. Hipper than those open position cowboy chords that sound like a yawn, or big bar chords. I've got news for you. If you only play bar chords, you're going to wind up only playing in bars. So what are they made of? There's a very simple explanation. Triads are the 1st, 3rd, and 5th degrees of the scale. Just skip every other note. I'll illustrate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 3, 5. Triad. Now let's try inversions. You don't necessarily have to play triads in root position with the root on the bottom string. Usually the bass is doing that for you. So take the note that's on the bottom, put it on the top. Repeat. That's root position, 1st inversion, 2nd inversion. Got a minor chord in your song? You can change any triad shape from major to minor just by flatting the 3rd, usually by dropping the 3rd by 1 fret on the same string. Watch this. Major triad, minor triad. But these shapes are easy to memorize because they're at the heart of all the cowboy chords and the bar chords that you already know. I'll illustrate. Here's G. There's the triad. Here's A. Triad. D. E. Bar chords. So how do we learn these all over the neck? We're going to cover the fingerboard horizontally in sets of 3 strings, starting with E, B, and G. Here we go. Next string set is B, G, and D. Next up is G, D, and A. Finally, there's D, A, and E. Now we're going to look at the minor shapes. I'm going to use A minor, which is the relative minor of C, and take them through all 4 string sets the same way we did with C major. Fortunately, this one starts in root position, so you can really hear how the inversions stack. These tight little triads sit better in a mix than a full chord possibly could because they take up less space and they're easier to move around. They also lend themselves really well to syncopated rhythms. That's why you often hear them in classic R&B and funk. Embellish them with some slides and hammer-ons and you're in John Mayer neo-soul territory. Try arpeggiating them and you've got instant hooks. Here's how you can negotiate a simple chord pattern all over the neck using triads. You can see how easily you can weave in pentatonic licks and add color tones, the other notes of the scale. And how you can make use of inversions to create voice leading, building and releasing tension, keeping it interesting. Check out my Patreon where I offer a deep dive into these concepts. full lessons with exercises and tablature. And hit me up for private lessons. YouTube is all well and good, but there's no substitute for personalized one-on-one instruction. Links in the description. There will be a part 2 video where I focus only on the use of triads for soloing. It's the fast track for making your solos powerfully melodic. Hit the subscribe button to be notified, and please hit the like button. That tells YouTube that I'm offering valuable content and shows it to more people. Till next time, peace!